Guys, so far we have learned about single linked list. All the operations like insertion, deletion, traversal, printing all the nodes, or reversing the linked list. Those were all on single linked list. Now there are different types of linked list also, like doubly linked list, or you say circular linked list. These are though there are many other linked lists also, but these are the widely used linked lists. So why do we need these linked lists? What is the problem with singly linked list? I guess you can understand the problem of singly linked list by its name only. Why it is singly? Because it can only point in one direction. How? You know, right? There is a head in the linked list which points to the first node, then there is one node which points to the other node, and so on till some other last node. Say this is the 1000th node, okay, and this is a node, this is a linked list containing 1000 nodes in it. Say somewhere in between. And how you traverse such a linked list? You create a temporary pointer p which starts, say, temp, the temporary pointer. You take it from the head and then you traverse in one direction till you reach to the desired point, desired node. Suppose in between there are two nodes, or there is a need, and you came at point 900, and somewhere like at 950 you realize that you should go back. Now you want to go back to 900 again, but is there any way to, from, suppose your temporary is right here, temporary pointer is right here, and you want to reset it to point to this node number 900, but there is no way to do this because there is no way going back in the list. So if you want to go back, or even just say not even 950, suppose you are at just 901, say this is 901, there is no way to go back to 900. Even once you are moved, once you move from this point to this point, you cannot go back in the singly linked list. This is the problem, because if you want to go back to this point, you have to come back to the head and then you start traversing again till that point. So you can assume, you can understand what kind of problem we are facing here. The time resource of the CPU in traversing this linked list is of order, okay, I didn't though I didn't mention it, but you know that if you want to traverse a linked list, you have to go through all the nodes, right? So this is order theta n. So it has to follow all the nodes again, while it only needs to check this node again, and that was just one step back, one step ahead at 901. So this is the problem with singly linked list. Now to overcome this problem, you can see that the flow is in this direction, no flow in this direction. So to overcome this problem, we came up with the idea of doubly linked list, okay, and there was another solution of singly linked list. So let's first discuss doubly linked list. So what is doubly linked list? I guess you might have thought of the idea how would it be done. In singly linked list, you have your data and you have your link, okay, while in doubly linked list there are data and link, not link actually. The data part is as usual, it's user dependent, but the link part is implementation dependent. So that link, instead of using that link, we use two pointers, next pointer and a previous pointer. So this points to this direction, the right direction, this pointer points to the left direction. So now we have a tool to go back again, along with going further. So now we have flow in both the directions. This is why it is called doubly linked list. The flow can be in both the directions, okay. So now you got a doubly linked list. How a doubly linked list would be looking like? A simple doubly linked list, head, okay, and since you need to define Okay, first of all, let us define how a node of this kind would be looking like. Struct doubly linked list, and it has say struct doubly linked list type pointer, which is previous struct. Okay, the data is in between, so let's show that like that only. Say this is data, and again struct doubly linked list type pointer, which is next. Okay, so this is how you define a node in doubly linked list, and rest is quite obvious, right? How you do all these operations, you have to just see the links, okay, to do all kinds of operations. Logic is similar as singly linked list. Okay, so how a doubly linked list would be looking like? This is a head pointer which points to the base location, say 1000. Now it comes to 1000. Now at this node, the first data is stored here. Okay, and this is the base address 1000. At 1000, this is null, by the way. Okay, because there is no node to point at this point, right? So it is pointing to nowhere, and this link should point to the next node. So this is pointing to next node. Say that was at location 2000. So we came here at 2000. Here there are two, since the base address of this is 1000, so it should point to 1000 and its data, and then the location of the next pointer. So here is the another node which contains data and address of this pointer, which is 2000 at this node, which is 2000, and if it has something to point, then it's okay, point that location or store that address here, otherwise make it null, like this. Okay, so this is how this means that this is pointing to base address of this node. Okay, and with the help of this, since it is storing 1000, it should point to this. So you got the idea how doubly linked list would be looking like. Okay, now let us, all the operations which are performed over singly linked list are similar with doubly linked list. The problem is that you have to handle one more chain here. Okay, at every node you have to handle one more pointer. That's the only problem, otherwise the logics are always same. Now let's discuss the circular linked list. That is the third type of linked list we will be looking at. Circular linked list. So you had problem with single linked list, that it cannot go backward towards head again. So what we can do, suppose this is our head and this was our linked list 1, because we are modifying single linked list only, right, to get to overcome that problem of not going backward. Okay, so that's why we are seeing into a single linked list only. So this was the general structure, the logical way how single linked list is stored in memory. Okay, now what we can do, there is no way going back. So what we can do, instead of setting it to null, this pointer can be made to point to the first node. This pointer can be made to point to the first node again. So what we are trying to do here is that we cannot go back directly from here to here, but yeah, we can make it a circular linked list with the help of which we can come back again in the linked list. Though there is the problem of traversal again, that we have to traverse the linked list again, but yeah, there is a way now. Okay, earlier there was no way, we had to reset our pointer. Now we don't, at least we have some way, right? So though that's not very efficient in the operation of going back, but yeah, it is, doubly linked list is more efficient in this operation to go back if it wants to go back to some particular node. So there are these two solutions for the not going backward problem in single linked list, and you saw how those two linked lists would be looking like in memory. Now there is there is one more thing. there are some operations we also since we studied all the theta notations, we now understand how a constant looks like, how some theta n, we know that constant is theta 1, linear is theta n, quadratic is theta n square, and so on, theta n square. Similarly, cubic theta n cube. What I am trying to say here is that I'll be just using these words instead of these sometimes, so just bear with it please. Okay, so now I know that there are some operations over linked list. What are those? Insertion, okay, deletion, what else? Traversal. So these operations have some complexities. It requires some time to operate, to perform these operations. So let's understand how to get the complexity notations for these operations over linked list. So first one is insertion, and since we know that there are three places where we can insert, one is at the beginning, one is at the end, and one is at middle, say somewhere in the middle. Okay, now for insertion, for deletion, and what else, say traversal. My handwriting is getting worse and worse every day. Okay, so insertion. Traversal. What else can we? Okay, let's just do this. Insertion at the beginning. You know, at the beginning, we have head at the beginning, so we can just, right, we have a node here and head is pointing to this node, so we have control directly over this node. So what we have to do all the time, we have to get a node, set it point to this node, and head should point to this node. That's it. So this is why it's always constant, it's not dependent on the size of the linked list. Okay, so this is theta 1 in any case if the head is there. At the end, you have to traverse to the linked list to go to the end, so it's theta n. Middle, again middle is n by 2, or somewhere in the middle you have to traverse the linked list. If you have to go to some kth node, you have to traverse till some k minus 1th node, and then you can insert that node there. Okay, now deletion. So if you have to delete any node, say if it's at the head point, again what you need to do, if this is your head pointer and you have to delete some node from this beginning, what you can do, just break, instead of pointing, just point to that node and free this node. That's it. So this is again independent of the size of the linked list. Okay, so this is constant. What about if you want to delete a node at the end? You have to traverse throughout the length, right? So this is why it is theta n. And if you want to delete a node in the middle, go to that point, then just set the links. That's it. So still it's theta n. Traversal means you just go to each node in the linked list, so it is actually all the time theta n, because there is no beginning, no end, and no middle, so no logic if you are talking about traversal. Printing, reversing, yeah, there we also discussed about reversal. So can you tell me, we go to each node and then we perform some operation of setting the link, so that's again theta n in all the case, right? I guess that's it from linked list, and in next lectures we will start stack. Okay.